Problem 6.11 looks at some various cases here, A through E, and we're asked to read the curved arrows and identify which arrow pushing pattern is being utilized in each example. So in the first example here, this arrow that's showing the bond here moving to this cationic site here, this secondary carbocation, is showing a hydride shift. So this is a form of rearrangement that happens with carbocations. So this is specifically a hydride shift, which is a type of carbocation rearrangement. So that is the type of arrow pushing pattern. All right, so in example B here, we're looking at where the tail end of the arrow begins. So it begins on this water molecule here, and the head of the arrow is on this electrophilic site here, this carbocation. So what we see here is indicative of a nucleophilic attack, and water functions as the nucleophile and attacks the carbocation here. And we see our finished product over there. The next example, C, is an example of proton transfer. So this is, we can identify it as proton transfer. And the way you can identify that is that there are two arrows drawn. So that's usually an indicator that it's not just a nucleophilic attack or loss of leaving group, or even a rearrangement. They all usually have one arrow shown. And if we have two, it's usually a proton transfer. So the lone pair on the water molecule here is going to grab this proton here, and then the electrons that are involved in the carbon-hydrogen bond will form a double bond in this ring structure. So we end up with benzene and then hydronium as our products of this proton transfer. The next example, example D here, we see this lone pair is acting as a nucleophile and attacking a carbocation, an electrophilic center, on the other end of the same molecule. So this is a nucleophilic attack, and it's actually within the same molecule, right? The nucleophilic center, this alcohol functional group attacks the electrophilic center on the other side. And then we see our product is this ringed structure now, this cyclic structure. Our last example here, example E, we see our tail end of our arrow starts on this bond here, and then the head of the arrow ends on the chlorine atom. So this would be an example of a loss of leaving group. So our leaving group is the chloride ion here, and then what we have left is this cationic site, this carbocation in place. All right, so that is example 6.11, and we'll continue with the next problem, 6.12, next time.